When I first heard about Temu, I was scrolling through my phone, casually browsing for something I didn't even need. An ad popped up: bright colors, bold lettering, and a price so low it seemed almost absurd. Up to 90% off, it claimed. I blinked, half expecting it to be a scam. But curiosity has a way of tugging at your sleeve, doesn't it? So I clicked. The site was slick, responsive, and loaded with thousands of products: clothes, gadgets, kitchen tools, home decor, electronics, even quirky little things I'd never seen before. I mean, who knew I needed a USB-powered coffee mug warmer? The more I browsed, the more I saw prices that didn't make sense. $5 for a pair of sneakers? A winter coat for under $20? It was like walking into a dollar store merged with Amazon, but with the glitz of a mall and the speed of a casino. Naturally, I asked myself the question, should I buy from Temu? And that simple question set me down a rabbit hole. The first thing I did was check reviews. Mixed bag, as expected. Some people swore by Temu, claimed it was the best thing they discovered all year. Others posted pictures of flimsy fabrics, items that looked nothing like the photos, or packages that never arrived. It reminded me of the early days of online shopping, when ordering from unknown websites felt like rolling dice. You could win big, or you could end up with a phone case that didn't fit any known phone model on Earth. Still, I couldn't ignore the price. I added a few items to my cart. Nothing crazy: some socks, a set of screwdrivers, a novelty t-shirt. The total? About $12. With free shipping. I figured, what do I really have to lose? But as I hovered over the place order button, I paused. Not for the usual reasons, not because I was worried about security or the quality of the items, but because I started wondering how it was all possible. How could something ship all the way from the other side of the world, be sold for next to nothing, and still make a profit? So I dug deeper. Temu is owned by a Chinese e-commerce giant called PD Holdings, the same company behind Pinduoduo, which is massively popular in China. The model is direct to consumer. Essentially, it cuts out most of the middlemen. Manufacturers in China list their goods on Temu, and customers like me order straight from them. No warehousing in the US, no brick-and-mortar costs, and certainly no fancy marketing campaigns. That's how they keep the prices down. It's efficient, it's modern, but it also made me think about what we don't see: the factories, the workers, the environmental impact. I realized I didn't know who made the things I was buying. I didn't know if they were paid fairly or worked in safe conditions. I didn't know if the materials used were sustainable, or if corners were being cut to shave off a few cents here and there. And I began to wonder if, in chasing a bargain, I was quietly agreeing to look the other way. I went back to my cart. Those socks and screwdrivers were still there, waiting. This time, I asked myself a different question: what kind of shopper do I want to be? It's not that buying from Temu is wrong. For a lot of people, those ultra-low prices mean access to things they couldn't afford elsewhere. If you're on a tight budget, or just trying to make ends meet, Temu can feel like a lifesaver. And it's true, sometimes the products are exactly what you expect. They arrive on time, they work fine, and you move on. For small items, especially ones you don't mind gambling on, it can be worth it. But it's also a reminder that cheap isn't free. Somewhere, somehow, someone pays the cost, whether it's a factory worker across the globe, a local business that loses a sale, or even the planet itself. When things are that cheap, it's not just a good deal. It's a system at work, one that's designed to make us consume more, expect less, and move on quickly when things break or disappoint. In the end, I did place that first order. I told myself it was research and experiment. Most of the items arrived. The socks were fine, the t-shirt was a little off in size, and the screwdriver set, surprisingly decent. But I noticed something else too. I wasn't as excited as I thought I'd be. Maybe because the thrill came more from the chase than the catch. Or maybe because a part of me knew I wasn't just buying things, I was participating in something bigger. So, should you buy from Temu? That depends. If you're looking for cheap essentials or want to try something low risk, sure, just be aware of the trade-offs. Don't expect luxury. Don't expect consistency. And definitely don't expect customer service like you'd get from a big box store. But if you're someone who values quality, ethics, and sustainability, it's worth pausing before you click. Sometimes, the better question isn't should I buy from Temu, but why am I buying at all? And that question, as it turns out, takes a lot longer to answer. Thanks for watching. If this helped you understand some of the issues, give it a like and subscribe for more clear history and current events. Got a question about this topic? Drop it in the comments. We're listening. Until next time, stay informed.